Greetings once again, mages out there. Duuz-Diz-Din, back again with another chapter of Fairy Tale The 100 Years Quest. The members of Sabretooth have continued to look for information about the Philosopher's Stone, coming to a realization that their dead ends might be the result of the fact that, well, they're outsiders to this continent, and getting anyone to really open up about a great source of alchemic power would be hard no matter which angle you approached it from. Although the leader of the guild, Iron Eagle, actually decides to try to point them in the right direction. Now, why he decides to do this is anyone's guess. It could be a trap, or he could be genuinely just a nice person. Time will tell. Meanwhile, Athena and Rogue behest Elf and Sarah to send them into battle, as they wish to be able to get their abilities and forge their own destiny with their own hands. So as Natsu finds himself at the mercy of Duke Bora Bora and Athena too, as Duke proceeds to threaten Wendy's life in order to get Natsu to comply. Enter the OG Athena to confront her newer model. But whereas Athena 2 isn't yet fully up to power, Athena 1 is fairly damaged. So the question now is, how will Athena and Natsu overcome their handicaps in order to get the upper hand? Join me as I find out. Won't you? Alright, Fairy Tale 100 Years Quest, Chapter 143, God Battle, which means God Serena. It took me a second, I'm just like, God Battle, oh, God Serena. And are we seeing what, the former members of the Oratian says are up to with Jellal not around? Is this their hideout? Although, no Melody. I wonder what she's up to. It still gets me that we more or less ended up using the designs that the anime gave us. Unless Mashima sent the anime team the designs that were used for the, the Key of Starry Sky or something? Like, right down to Cobra's scar and everything. It was so wild. What a wild time. Oh well, moving on. Ultimately, they don't really factor into this story. Or will they? Alright, we pick up with Athena 1, staving off Athena 2's attack on the down Natsu. Oh man, I love these split screen shot. Natsu and even the Duke completely taken off guard. It shouldn't be the Duke. I keep wanting to call him the Duke when his name is just Duke. But it's interesting to see him so stunned. I guess he really thought he did in Athena with that one attack. I guess we're about to see whether or not him attacking her from behind actually shows just how powerful she truly is. Oh, Bora Bora continues to threaten Wendy with his sword, telling them, "Don't move!" But Athena goes into action. Whoa! She essentially activates her high beams, emitting a blinding light out of her eyes that just engulfs the entire area. And you know what? I was questioning whether or not Athena 2 would be affected since she has the whole visor thing going on, but no, she actually has to shield her eyes. And Bora Bora has to he says, "Oh, my eyes," and I'm like, bruh. You mean your eye? Like, you're wearing an eye patch. Natsu, who I have to assume wasn't looking directly at her, is told by Athena, "Now, Natsu," as he wasn't affected by it, and he immediately springs into action, racing towards Wendy and Duke. Ooh, nice, and he full-on grabs Duke's sword and immediately melts it. Ah, so cool. Ooh, Duke is shocked, but not as shocked as he is when he just gets punched in the face by Natsu. Man, Natsu coming in with that mean left hook. Everybody's got a plan till they get decked in the face. I don't know how this phrasing, I read the phrasing and I'm just like, excuse me? Athena calls out to Natsu, "I'll take this black one." I'm like, She tells Natsu, "You take care of Duke-sama." Natsu tells her, "Leave it to me," and he kicks Duke away with a fiery attack. Ooh, but Duke manages to, hold his ground after being flung backwards. and he gives a devious smile saying, "Don't get cocky, brat." Oh, well, this is kind of weird. I thought Rogue and Athena came together, but whereas Athena ended up in the weird hellscape that I guess the Signario sisters trapped everyone in, Rogue is actually at the Gold Owl Guild, where he sees a lot of downed people on the ground. Rogue looks around questioning, "What's going on?" While Frost says, "None of our friends are here." Rogue then says Athena disappeared somewhere too. Frost goes walking forward, then bumps into something and starts freaking out. And Frost goes running over to Rogue. He questions, "What's wrong, Frost?" But then he sees what scared Frost. He looks at it with the trembling Frost in his hands, and he says, "This is a puppet?" And he sees the puppet on the ground. So that's what the fairy tale members that they fought against were. But they had everyone's abilities. Was it that, I guess, Duke was able to draw upon the memories of their friends in order to give the puppets their powers? That's the only thing I can think of. Back in the constructed hellscape of Gold Owl, we see battles going on in the distance. Oh jeez. We pick up with God Serena drop-kicking Jellal in the face. Again, I gotta say, thank you for this series where we're getting to see God Serena just beat ass. Because it always gets me in series where you have a character who was known as this legendary strong person, but then he's taken on by other legendary strong people and just one-shotted, and you're just like, was he even that strong to begin with? And now you're seeing him just beat so many characters ass left, right, and center. And it's just like, okay, no, he was actually pretty damn powerful. God Serena, in fact, does live up to the hype. And as God Serena knocks Jellal away, he prepares an attack saying, "Gonna pummel you with my 8 dragon attacks." He slams his attack into the ground, activating Cavern Dragon's Cave-In, causing the landscape around Jellal to shift. He then uses Sea King Dragon's Encircling Deluge, causing a torrent of water to wash away Jellal. He then uses Purgatory Dragon's Flaming Hell, blasting back Jellal. Man, he just loves spamming all those attacks. It's just like, look, I have all these abilities. I'm just gonna go through the list and see what works. Ooh, but Jellal manages to, keep upright after the onslaught of attacks. Light begins to engulf his body, and God Serena is shocked when Jellal comes racing in on God Serena, slamming into him with Meteor. Ooh, but God Serena grins despite the attack. He then grapples Jellal. Oh my god. Man, it looks like God Serena's about to friggin' suplex him. It's almost kind of like a pile driver. Like, straight up, as he pretty much drives Jellal into the ground. He just picks him up, just slams Jellal in the ground, and Jellal just keeps going deeper in. Like, jeez. As Jellal finally comes to a stop, he thinks to himself, he buried me underground. What power, huh? But then several lights start shining across Jellal's body. Head, heart, solar plexus, so a little bit down the solar plexus, stomach, shoulders, and then thighs. Jellal looks at these and says, "What are these?" And we see up above God Serena charging up. He says, 8 dragon marks. 8 dragons are ripping up your body with their claws. Take this. 8 dragons' glorious death. Oh, is this why he just cycles through each ability? He's not just attacking you, he's marking you with each attack. And after he hits you with each one, he's able to deliver one ultimate powerful finishing move as a massive blast erupts from the earth, pretty much consuming Jellal, who's just agonizing in pain. God Serena laughs maniacally. But he doesn't see. While his 8 marks shine from below, 7 stars shine in the heavens, and he notices too late as 7 lights surround him. He looks around questioning, what's this? And Jellal bursts from the ground saying, you will be judged by the 7 stars. This is a pretty badass fight. Like, I need to see this animated. And Jellal uses Grand Chariot! engulfing God Serena in light. God Serena is taken aback. Oh, but as he's consumed by the attack, he laughs, going, ha 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 ha, not bad. Jellal looks on, saying, talking tough, huh? But God Serena summons 8 orbs of light again that turn into 8 swirling flame dragons? Energy dragons? Something. Dragon-like figures. And he calls out, the 8 dragons' jaws will eat up all your magic. Oh, is that what's happening? And he consumes the power of the Grand Chariot with 8 dragons rampaging fang. Jellal looks on in shock as the energy dragons consume the power. Jellal calls out, they're eating it, my Grand Chariot! And the power dissipates. God Serena emerges from the attack and tells Jellal, they ate your 7 stars, but I have 8 dragons. The last one, the dark dragon, will bite you. In the form of a dark dragon consumes Jellal, blasting him back with a wave of darkness, slamming him into the ground. And as God Serena approaches Jellal, the dark energy dragon swirling around God Serena, he tells Jellal, it's time for the grand finale. The dark dragon will expose your sin. And God Serena's eyes turn black as the night, a sinister smile on his face. And gotta say, I'm actually really loving this. God Serena's really pushing Jellal back with his versatility. But I have to say, Jellal hasn't really had any real other attacks or abilities, because he usually either uses Meteor or uses the 7 stars, and that's usually about it. Like, I wonder, but God Serena says the dark dragon will expose your sin, but that feels like that's about to be God Serena's downfall. Like, he's gonna try to use Jellal's, darkness in his past to kind of try to overtake him, and Jellal, who's already been grappling with that stuff, will probably overcome that. I mean, we might see some flashbacks to, the death of Simon, Kagura, what he ended up doing to Urza, the whole Tower of Heaven situation. I mean, he did pretty well up against Agnologia, who had taken down God Serena previously. I mean, I say did pretty well as he didn't get utterly destroyed, but none of Jellal's attacks really did much against Agnologia in the long run, so not much to really say there. I mean, Jellal has other attacks, we just don't really see him use them, right? I don't know, I feel like we've seen him do other stuff, but he always defaults to Meteor and Grand Chariot. Maybe I'm forgetting something. Well, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you think that it will ultimately be God Serena's own doing that leads to his downfall? Or is there an attack Jellal will manage to pull out of his sleeve in order to get one over? Also, the fight that I was expecting, Athena versus Zeus, version 2, and Natsu versus Duke Bora Bora. So now that those battles have been lined up, we'll probably get Jellal versus God Serena, then we'll probably head over to Urza versus the Signario sisters, which still takes me off guard that she's taken on both of them. Like, dang. What is Rogue gonna end up doing? Why is it that he didn't end up in the weird Hellscape place? That's kinda odd to me too. But I wanna hear from you. Like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the ride. And until next time, I've been Duuz-Diz-Din. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Take care. Bye-bye.